can feel it down in my plums. When I hear a sound, a rap at the door, my young son Gabriel walks in.
Hey, welcome back to Let the Boys Watch, an entertainment podcast brought to you by Going Gray Productions. And welcome to our first ever YouTube exclusive mini episode. We'll spend a quick 15 to 30 minutes recapping the first 4 episodes of the Amazon series, The Boys. The Boys stars Karl Urban, Jack Quaid, Antony Starr, Erin, Moriarty, Jessie T. Usher, Alonso, Chace Crawford, Tomer Capone, and Karen Fukuhara. I'm one of your co-hosts. My name is Robbie. I think I said that. If not, how you doing? Alongside me, Mr. Cousin Benny. How we feeling?
Doing good, ready to get into another episode with the fucking boys.
What an accent! I love it. I get
It's
this
almost
toward you from Australia.
as good as Karl Urban's. Almost.
Almost smidge. And alongside me and the Australian cuz, good friend, co-host, podcast, Ryan. How we doing? Any accents coming out?
No, I can't do accents very well.
All right.
Yeah, so like Robbie said, this is Let the Boys Watch. We're talking about mid-season with the boys. And the next episode comes out tonight, so hopefully you're watching that. And we're just gonna kind of see what happens. Follow us on here, make sure you subscribe, like, put stuff in the comments. Find us on any of your podcast providers. We do movies. We're talking about House of the Dragon. So yeah, get involved. Send us an email, follow us on Instagram, all that cool stuff. So I mean, halfway through the season, what do you guys think? This is crazy. I love it.
Robbie, I've loved your vibes and your zest for this season, so I want to hear what you think first.
Oh my God, I'm so excited for the boys to come back. I just think it's again another show packed with just fantastic acting. I mean, there's just so many things. It's just, I mean, the human centipede scene grossed me the fuck out. It's so disgusting, so gross. I mean, there's so many things that are unexpected with the show that I love so much that I find so entertaining. And I think it all starts with Homelander and Antony Starr. I mean, I talked about him on me and Ryan's podcast. I mean, I went kind of ballistic with my praise and my admiration for him, and I think he should sweep every award. The greatness of the show is built around the cast of characters, but the greatness of the show is because of him, because you never know what you're going to get. And I was telling Ryan, and I know Ben, I think you might have heard this too. Like, I just don't know what's going to happen every scene he's in, and I love it. I don't know if he's going to just zap somebody to smithereens, make somebody blow somebody, make somebody jerk off in front of everybody. I don't know what's going to happen next now, especially after these first 4 episodes in, previous seasons. I just don't know what's going to happen next with him, and I love it. And I'm so intrigued by it. And I think his portrayal is top notch. And I don't know, like, that's what I love about it. I just love that I don't know what's going to happen next when he's on the screen, and I'm always anxious and I'm always tense, and I'm not surprised by anything he does. And I don't know. I just love the show. I love Karl Urban as well. I think he's awesome. I just love, the boys, their little group, and it's just a great fun show. And just the way they're bringing it this season with, the divide in the country and making fun of the other side. I just love that. So I'm excited to see where it goes. And I thought the first episodes were fantastic.
Yeah, this is a show. Every year it comes around, I'm like, all right, the boys. And I love it every season. I don't know why I never get hyped. Like, the day of release, I'm not ready to watch it. Like, I'm ready to jump into the bear immediately. But as soon as you get 15 minutes into the episode, I remember 15 minutes into episode 1, Aya was almost in a panic attack because she's like, the show stresses me out so much. It was one of the scene with Victoria, and then her daughter with the tentacles coming out of her mouth. And it's just from go, you're like, this is wild. I've never seen anything like this on TV, but it's also in a way true to how a comic book would be. Like, all this just outlandish stuff. Yeah. Kimiko jumps out of a window, lands on her face, but she gets back up and she's fine, and her face is hanging off. But that's all the stuff that would happen in a comic book, and they just do that so well. Homelander, like you said, Robbie, just him giving into his just deepest desires and his deepest psychosis or sociopathy, whatever you want to call it, this season is great. I don't know where it's gonna go, but like you said, you just never know with him where it's gonna end up. I want to see where this is going with Butcher and this mysterious disease. I kind of think that he's going to be okay in the end. I think it's just his superpowers that he clearly seems like he has after I think it was this last episode. There's just a lot going on here, more than I thought. And I think I saw the other day that next season is it. Season 5 is it. So there's a lot to go through these last 2 seasons and even the second half of the season, and I'm all in on it.
Yeah. No, same. I mean, I'm super excited when it comes out since season 1. And I'm curious, you mentioned about season 5 being the last. This has got to be a cash cow for Amazon. Well, I mean, I don't know how this exactly streaming is working with, technically making money because of the show. I mean, I guess get more subscribers, whatever. But like they had the Gen V, which was, I don't know if you guys watched that. That was good. And I'm sure there'll be spin-offs or whatever, but we'll see how it ends. But I agree with both of you guys. It's crazy. Every episode I'm like, doing this, like, don't stick that in your eye. Oh my God.
Oh,
that
yeah.
kind of shit. Like it's a fantastic show. And whether you like comic books or superheroes or not, it's still such a good show. To just, it's a lot, in a lot of ways, mirroring a lot of our current political landscape in real life. And also just being disgusting but awesome. And Antony Starr as Homelander is just, like Robbie said, fantastic. But everyone's fantastic. There's really not like many weak points that I can think of as far as who the actors and who they're portraying and everything like that. Like even people that suck, I'm like, oh, the Deep, you suck. But then I still like watching it because they're like, what is this idiot gonna do? Another blooming onion or like whatever. So yeah, I'm loving where it's been. I really, really like the last episode 4. Loved seeing Starlight just come out and pummel Firecracker. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens, and I think, yeah, sums up with Butcher. He's definitely, he has powers or something's going on, and then Hughie's dad with getting, I
Forgot about
think,
that.
Compound V, but his mom is a crazy person. Maybe it's like, fucking moon rocks or something crazy. Like who knows? So I don't know.
I gotta say, like, I really enjoy the Sister Sage character this year.
Yeah, me too.
It's
Love it.
just such a cool, it sets up such a cool dynamic between her and Homelander, where he knows that she's probably right, but he just cannot,
He hates
like,
it.
yeah, he can't. And she called him out on it, and he just can't deal with it.
Is
It's
he gonna zap
fantastic.
her?
Oh, I could see it. I could see it where there's multiple in the 7 that he zaps. I mean, if we're really truly going into Endgame, I mean, he could do a lot of damage.
Well, if he zaps her in the head, she might come back. So he might zap her, but she'd still be alive.
Ooh, like almost like Gus Fring, like half face, but
Something.
her brain regenerated.
Yeah, she said last episode her brain regenerates. She could, even Victoria Newman could maybe pop her brain and maybe she comes back.
Oh boy,
I just thought of this. That's wild.
yeah.
Even that though, I forgot the scene they were in when they were both in the scene. He zapped that one girl, just quickly zapped her out of nowhere. He was
Oh,
interrogating
they're
that one.
interviewing. Yeah, I forget her name, but yeah.
Yeah. Is it
Didn't
when
they
she
were
had
trying
like important information?
Yeah, didn't
Yeah,
even
when they were
get to the
trying to find
important
out the
information.
leak.
Zap.
But
Crazy.
even with what's his name, like what's gonna happen with maybe he zaps A-Train?
Yeah, she finds out.
Oof. Oof, that's rough. I mean, A Train's kind of on that turn and face trajectory. So I wonder if that does happen, because that could be a kick to the gut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with that. But like again, the political landscape stuff, I'm like, it's too over. I'm like, it's too over the top, and I'm like, no, it's right on point. It really is. It's you got the other side with their Pizzagate and the child sex trafficking, but it's okay that firecracker was banging 50-year-old boys as long as she's moving the goalpost, moving the needle. You know, I wasn't in my right mind back then, but I gave myself up to Christ, and they're like, yeah, all right,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's like the hypocrisy is insane, and they nail it, and that's what I love too because it's like it feels like a fucking this like environment we live in now just feels like a TV show. It's not real life, and they nail it. I find it so funny.
I
Yeah.
do like how there's so many like actual pop culture references in the show. Like they do reference like real stuff. It is in New York, but it's this fictional world, but there's also a lot of the touchstones of, our pop culture that they work in there just to make the butt of a joke sometimes.
Yeah. Nah, totally agree. I love when pop culture gets referenced. When it gets referenced properly. Sometimes they just, the show F's it up, but the show doesn't. Does it perfect. What do you guys think's gonna happen with like Ryan for the next couple episodes or whatever? I feel like he's got to be involved somehow.
I'll let Robbie take that question, but I just want to say, man, his voice is killing me. It's so annoying. But go
No,
ahead.
It's not great. I'll agree with that.
no, it's not great at all. But for some reason, he doesn't annoy me as much as most child actors do. I don't know, but the voice does annoy me. Like Butcher, I can't even say it because it's so fucking terrible. But I just don't. I don't believe him. Like I don't believe he's gonna do good. I just feel something. I just feel like this entire show is just always one big tease, and in the end, the boys get screwed over one way or another. And I don't know if he's gonna side with Butcher. I don't know if he's gonna help the boys. I think he's gonna stick with Homelander for some weird psychotic reason. I don't know, but I don't have any faith in him coming through for the boys at all.
What do you think, Ryan? Because I can kind of see it both ways.
Oh yeah, I mean, I could absolutely. My initial thought was the opposite of Robbie's, like where he is gonna help, but I can 100% see what Robbie's saying happening, where he's like, it's one of those like kind of tropey, but like I'm gonna be on this team. Like, nah, forget it. I'm with Homelander, and I I don't know.
Yeah, I could see wherever it is that Homelander finally, because you could tell he's going to do something really fucked up at some point this season, and I think that's going to be the switch for Ryan. Um, but I don't know, man. It's very clear that Ryan does not have any type of control over his powers. So what is that leading to? Like they're very heavily leaning on that. So he's going to do something that maybe he responds to Homelander, but it makes him even look worse. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's very interesting what they're doing with Ryan.
Like people get hurt or die because of his response to Homelander. So like he may hurt Homelander or whatever, but he ends up hurting other people, innocents, and then he just like goes off the deep end maybe or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I want to say too, like I feel like every character is like really strong this season. I feel like not that any of the previous seasons were not good, but I feel like Kimiko, Frenchie, MM, Butcher, like everybody is so strong this season as opposed to like the last few. Like there would always be like these storylines with all the other characters, and you're like, all right, this is kind of cool, but I kind of don't really care that much. I want to get back to the Seven or Butcher or see what's happening there. I feel like this year they really nailed it with every single character.
I kind of thought that like not last episode, but maybe like 2 and 3 where I was kind of like, all right, the Frenchie stuff, like, let's go a little bit. And the stuff with Hughie and his dad, like, not, it's terrible, of course, but I was also kind of like, all right, like, where's this going? But I feel like it's things are kind of coming together, and now it's making me more interested in all the storylines. So I didn't agree with you in like episodes 2 and 3, but now I think I do.
Robbie, how do you
Yeah, it
feel?
wasn't.
I know you mentioned you were annoyed with Hughie early on in the season. Where are you at with Hughie now? Can we get a temperature check?
Um, I think I'm 75.6 degrees, somewhere in California, no humidity on Hughie right now. Best episode I was back in. I enjoyed the fighting scene. I enjoyed his little self-defense. There was just something off for me in the first couple episodes where I was really enjoying, like the dad, seeing him visit the dad in the hospital, him and the mom, seeing the mom stinks. So I wasn't really enjoying that, but I like where he is now. I'm getting to some warmer levels, maybe a little Death Valley level with Hughie as the season goes on. But I like his interactions with A Train. I enjoyed Vought on ice, that entire thing where he's dripping the sweat. I mean, the stupidity of the things that they come up with that are just fantastic. I love, like, Vought on ice was that entire scene was absolutely incredible.
Oh my
Um,
god. It
I
just kept
thought
getting
nothing.
worse and worse.
I thought nothing was gonna top the marvelous Mrs. Maisel scene the week before, but I mean, it's just awesome. But yeah, uh, no, I enjoyed it. And as like, I enjoy you. He's very annoying, but I think I'm enjoying where he's going, and I also enjoyed that, like, and I read up on a little bit, but even like the serious topic of the abortion stuff, I enjoyed that they both talked about it, and it wasn't just Starlight like doing it on her own. I thought that was a nice touch where it wasn't like, oh my God, you always didn't know about it, but things like that, I really feel like they're getting a grasp on it and understanding, which I find not enjoyable of an abortion thing, but I find it, like, at least completing the story with the both of them knowing and talking about it, which is good. But
Yeah, it was
yeah,
human.
yeah, Yui surprised me this episode, and I'm back in on Yui a smidge.
Right.
My Yui watch this week's a smidge. You guys enjoy Yui?
Yeah.
I like him. I like him. I mean, please, he's either repping a Billy Joel t-shirt or he got Billy Joel on the keychain. So I got a lot of slack to give Hughie, because he's such a big Billy fan.
F Billy.
That's true. Please, come on.
Stop.
Disgusting. Disgusting.
All right. Maybe each give a prediction for the second half of this season, and we'll wrap it up there.
I'll go with mine first because I kind of alluded to it already, but my prediction is Butcher is not going to die, and he's just got like so much power running through him that it's wearing him down because he's not channeling it and getting it out. So I think Butcher's alive. I don't know what the hell's flowing through his veins, if it's a little bit of like a little tapeworm or something, but I
Parasite or
definitely
something.
yeah, I definitely think that Butcher lives on.
Yeah. I
One
think
can only hope.
I mean, he's the best. I think, and a lot of their characters are based on superheroes in Marvel and DC. Maybe he's like a Venom-esque type character with like a parasite symbiote type of thing or
Ooh,
something.
cool.
And like that's what happened this past episode. I don't know.
I like that.
Something saved him from that preacher with the rubber arms. Something.
Loser. What a loser.
Look, that guy stung. Full Olstein.
Ugh.
Cool.
Maybe he gets I feel like I read like maybe when whatever is inside him senses like immediate danger, it reacts.
Yeah,
Ooh.
maybe something
So
like
he
that.
blew somebody to smithereens without seeing it. I'm excited to see that, but where that goes.
Agree. Robbie, do you have a prediction?
I do. What's her name? Is it Ashley? Ashley's gonna leave more upper deckers in Homelander's toilet. No, I think A-Train screws over the boys and gets somebody killed. I think he's gonna
Ooh.
swerve him.
What's a good one?
That's a good prediction. I love it. I think my prediction is going to be that Hughie's dad does wake up and has powers, but something's going to be effed up about it.
Oh, and they're gonna have to take him out.
Yeah. Like, I mean, he might get powers,
Ooh.
but he's like brain dead. So maybe he'll be like a super zombie or something.
Ooh.
Or maybe he reads books super fast.
Yeah.
That's his superpower. He just starts reading books. Like the
And
Michelin
calls
Man.
Hughie and tells him about it in like 10 seconds.
Yeah. Then you wishes he was back,
Yeah.
on the plug.
Anything else to say about this mid-season? Go ahead, Robbie.
Quickly, I'm going to say two things. Whoever the vice president is, I think she kills the president. And nothing annoyed me more. I mean, there's some outlandish, crazy shit in this scene, but nothing annoys me more when Starlight was talking about how when she was 13 years old, the last episode, and she like finding somebody or hurt somebody, and then the two bozos turned to her and looked like she just like killed somebody with like the
Right.
reactions they had. I was like, stop.
Yeah.
It's like there's people like Firecracker just had sex with a 10-year-old boy, and you're upset at what Starr. I just said like, stop that. That annoyed me. Get that guy out of there too. I'm done with him.
Yeah.
What was the other thing you wanted to say?
No, not that. I agree with all you guys.
What did I say? I said,
Oh, I thought you said you
I
had two
said
things.
the vice president. Yeah, the vice
Oh,
president
yeah,
is
yeah,
going to
yeah,
kill
yeah,
the
yeah.
president. And that was my first one.
I
Yeah.
agree. Do we want to touch on MVPs, LVPs quickly, or save that for maybe the end of the season?
I think we could do a quick mid-season MVP, right? Like
Yeah.
Megaton with ESPN. Like they just give
Yeah.
out awards for no reason.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go
Not
first
me.
quickly. Butcher. Love him.
MVP?
MVP. Love him.
The best.
He's the best. I just every time he talks, I love it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Robbie?
I mean, you know who it's going to be. I mean, the sociopath, the absolute walking anxiety attack. It's Homelander. He's the show. The nerves. Like I said, I'm not going to reiterate everything I said before, but just everything about his character just has me on the edge of my seat, and I am 100% tuned in when he comes on the screen, because he just brings so much to the character and so much to the scene he's in, and I love it. And they always top something that he does that I don't think he's gonna do. Last week with the masturbation scene and then putting him in that little room. I don't know what's gonna happen next, but I'm all in. I don't know what it says about me as a human being. Maybe I'm a lunatic, but hey, I'm there for it.
Love it. So you guys both took mine. I'm gonna go with let me go with Kimiko, because I loved like they really went all in with her character this year with like the special effects. I love the baby arm right in the beginning of the
Yeah.
season. Like that was so funny. And just her falling out the window and trying to grab my strong hand. And she misses and then splats onto the pavement with her face hanging off. They've just done so much with her character. I like that they brought back the the Shining Light gang or whatever it is. So I'm interested to see where her character goes. Yeah, just a lot of cool stuff from her this season.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, she's
And
good.
my LVP, I'll go reverse real quick.
Yeah.
My LVP, I really like him this season. I think he's doing a great job, but the LVP is Mother's Milk. Like he's just, I know he wants
Yeah.
to take over the boys. He kicking Butcher out, probably the right move, but every move he's made, as Butcher points out, was kind of the wrong one for the situation. He's just been putting them in danger. So unfortunately for MM, he's the LVP right now.
Yeah. And how many times are we gonna kick Butcher out when he walks? Butcher walks in, you're gonna give him the old and the eye roll.
But shout out
Not
all the rap
fucking
shirts he
again.
wears.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, love it.
Robbie,
Oh,
LVP.
man. This is tough. There's so many. My LVP is Hughie's mom. Get away. I don't know why you're here. You're very annoying. Your excuses is why you left. Lame. I get it, but lame. Just don't pick up and leave. Now you're back. God knows what you put up Daddy Hughie's butt to get him alive. Maybe it was the compound V. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why they're introducing this character in season 4. But every time she's on the screen, she just stinks. I don't know what it is about her, but I can't stand her. And I don't like her character. I love everybody else, but she's something about it. She annoys me. I want her to be zapped by Homelander. And hopefully that happens soon. Or maybe she works for Vought secretly. Who knows?
She does work for Vought.
Oh, she does? Well, good thing I'm paying attention.
No, well, like, I mean, for like some stupid division, but I think something's up with her. So we'll see.
She put together the figure skating
Probably.
division.
Yeah.
Nice.
Charge of figure skates. My LVP, I have a couple, but I'm gonna go, and you brought it up already, with Ashley. Because giving someone an upper decker is the most disrespectful thing in the world. And secondly, how is Homelander not gonna find out? He's gonna zap the shit out of you.
Yeah. He got one sweat droplet from Hughie on him, and he
And
knew
knew it was
exactly
him.
who it was.
Yeah. Get out of here. So, all right.
But she'll cave your balls in if you want.
She's got the boots for it.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I just give a quick Ani mensch? Oh, well, there you go.
And some
It's a
balloons.
YouTube exclusive. Yeah, and some balloons. Just a quick Ani mensch as a MVP to my man the Deep, who just steals every scene he's in as being a complete and utter fool and a buffoon, but makes me laugh every time I'm on the screen and has probably the best arms in the business. He plays his character. Even when he was about to blow A Train, he's like, I wasn't gonna do it, man. Even with even sticking the needle in Sister
Ugh.
Sage's, but he's a great actor in the show and makes me laugh every time he's on because he's so stupid, but doesn't realize his powers and what he could do. But he's the best.
I love when Sage tells him like, you have power over Ashley. And he just goes up, she's like, it's not cool when you talk to me like that. And she's like, yeah, whatever. And he's like, I'll fucking pop your head or whatever he says to her. And she's just like, oh.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. And then one more quickly.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to go. Just Black Noir, just bringing a comedic relief every time he opens his mouth.
We didn't even.
What's my motivation?
We didn't even touch on that. I wonder who it is. Is it just some random actor, or is it somebody else?
I thought they said it was a dude from the school.
What school?
From Gen V. There's a school, a superhero school.
Oh, see, I should have watched Gen V.
You should. It's good. It was definitely
Okay.
enjoyable.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I
There you
forgot
go.
the name of the school, but I think I'm remembering that correctly. That they just
Okay.
grabbed some dude from it and he doesn't know what he's doing.
Cool. All right. There you go.
But
You get your answers here on Let the Boys Watch.
well,
That's it.
there's probably more to it. We didn't do any research before we started recording.
We had fun though.
Yeah. So my assumption is we'll probably do, a season recap, season review, maybe a little longer form. But check out all of our stuff. Doing House of the Dragon, watch a bunch of movies, and get involved. Love you. Robbie, are you telling him good night?
Yeah, I guess.
It's
Good night,
exclusive.
Homelander. Yeah, it is exclusive. Good night, Homelander. I hope it don't make me jerk off in front of you.
Good night,
Do
Bloom.
you,
Onion.
though?
My plums.
Good night, Bloom Onion.
When I hear a sound, a rap at the door, my young son Gabriel walks in. My wife says, no, Gabriel, leave. I said, no, let the boy watch. Let the boy watch. He needs to learn the way I learned from my father, the way he learned.